Had to lend him some grandpa clothes. That was my grandma's.
Oh. Well, he's fly.
You look good, kid. You you look good, kid. You want to bring us in?
It is episode 52
That's
of the
right.
Reactlord Podcast. I am your Reactlord, Nathan.
And I am your Reactlord V.
And
I got some fucking
Welcome back.
Starbucks. I can't believe I'm drinking coffee at 4 o'clock right now.
but there's no coffee in it.
I'm not even sure that's true. Who told us that? It was Nikki?
Yeah.
Because Starbucks didn't say that.
I don't know.
I gotta know.
I had coffee too. It was so nice. It was like muggy out. It is 77 and mostly cloudy. Long Beach, California.
Check it out.
Feels good. What?
Yeah, check what out. Hold on.
100. Oh, sorry. Should I just rate it?
Go for it.
There's 110 milligrams of caffeine in this chocolatey take on a frozen coffee, and we couldn't be happier about it. Nice.
Are you adding that? Oh, no. I was like, why are you saying that? Are you that happy about it?
Will you fulfill my need to know how much regular cup of black coffee milligrams of caffeine? How many?
Just like a regular, red cup of...
Like I need a base level. I need something to compare it to.
This is actually a really good segue into our first topic of the day. Actually, this is awesome, dude. Okay.
Yeah, so it's comparable.
It's more. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're right. Yeah. It is comparable. Like how much caffeine is in coffee normally, right? It looks like it varies, but 95 base.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Decaf even has a little bit in it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit in it. Let me go ahead and fix this cam before we come back to it a little bit later anyway. Here we go. All right.
Oh, dude, the decaf coffee. I knew there was a little bit in it, but I thought it was like nothing, like next to nothing. I don't know. I wonder if that does anything. Like, because I was drinking the decaf coffee from work kind of late. Maybe I screwed myself over because
it's like 2 milligrams.
Yeah.
How much did you have?
I mean, like maybe like 3 or 4 cups. So if I had 3 or 4 cups and then, multiply that by 2 or 4.
I don't know.
It's kind of a lot.
You might be overthinking it because you have a really high tolerance.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
you have like an insanely high tolerance.
Wouldn't any level of caffeine kind of screw up your sleep?
No, not for a barista necessarily. Maybe for like your person who gets coffee once a week. You know what I mean?
True.
It's just like a tolerance. It's the same thing with like, sorry.
You okay?
Yeah. It's the same thing with people who buy like those really heavy duty weed cartridges.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then they hit like a bowl of like bud or something and they're like, that does nothing. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're smoking like heavy materials and it's not going to hit the same,
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you said this was a perfect segue into something.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to let's just jump right into it, dude. I mean, I don't have much personal news anyway. So we were talking about caffeine and
Is
actually...
Prime an energy drink?
Yeah, it's an energy drink. Logan Paul is in trouble right now because of his energy drink that contains too much caffeine. Allegedly.
So
right?
Austinox says, look at him print out visual aids. He's Katie Porter, but for giving kids unsafe levels of stimulants. I
think Austinox being a buzzkill.
I was going to say something a little more polite, but kind of along those same lines.
What were you going to say? Politely?
Polite?
Yeah.
I was just rolling. I didn't know what I was going to say but I knew it would be a little more polite than that.
Not with that.
I just feel like maybe I got to take myself out of the equation and look at my biases because I started drinking coffee so young, too young.
How
so
young?
like, why I don't like a little piece of me doesn't want to deprive other children from
the caffeine.
from the caffeine because like I had it and I'm okay, right? But maybe I'm not actually.
I don't know. We're like 5'2".
Yeah, true.
But honestly, I did not start drinking coffee until I was a full-fledged adult. In fact, it took me a long time to even like coffee. But
what about energy
that's
drinks?
Just
though?
I was going to say that's not caffeine. That's not what we're talking about, is it?
Yeah.
I want to say Monsters. It's probably my first introduction. And then the downfall came. Rock stars.
Oh, Rockstar. That's kind of like
yeah, dude.
lesser known, I feel like. I don't see people drink. Well, I don't know if that's like a Northern California thing or like Sacramento thing, but I feel like I've seen Red Bulls the most. Bang. I see a lot of Bang out there.
This one.
Okay.
The punch. No, this guy. Oh my God. This, bringing it back.
I've seen it in the liquor store for sure.
This got me jazzed as a child. Okay. I would do so much homework.
Nice.
So good. But okay. So I feel like we're a little bit, let the kids have caffeine.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean,
let the kids caffeinate.
Scientifically, it's not good, right? It's not good for kids to be.
That should be the title of this podcast: is "Let the Kids Caffeinate." I like that.
Dude, it kind of makes me think there is this place. I haven't gone to it, so I don't want to like endorse it at all yet. But there is a place called Kids on Coffee on Broadway in Long Beach. It's a coffee shop.
It's weird. I don't know. I don't like that. It's just weird. All right, so this is Logan Paul on Fox Business News talking about Prime, his energy drink, and again, the whole controversy is just about its intake of caffeine. Pretty much the whole internet is like, he's a really bad guy because he's putting way too much caffeine in his drinks. To which Logan Paul responds,
"It has 200 milligrams of caffeine, and that's nothing revolutionary or out of the ordinary. It's the same amount as Gatorade's Fast Twitch. It's the same amount as Celsius, and even less, 100 milligrams less than Bang Energy. What we're doing is comparable to every other competitor in the market."
Okay, but the argument is that he markets kids, right?
Oh, I can see that. Actually, just because branding of Logan Paul. Well, I mean, the dude's doing like WE now too. It's not like he condones fighting necessarily. How far do we want to stretch this? You know what I mean?
I say if there's an arbitrary rule, you have to be in the double digits age-wise to have any caffeine.
Okay.
I say you got to be, and I'm not counting 10. You got to be 11 and up.
Okay.
That's my stupid rule for this.
I was like, I love arbitrary rules. I'm always a fan. I don't understand. I think he's just going back to that graphic, right? This is the crux of the debate. You know, he's got a lot of caffeine, and then this is pretty clear cut. His is not substantially any different than anything else is on the market, but your point does kind of like, it does shed some light for me at least, because I didn't think about it from that perspective of like, most of his fans are kids, you know what I mean? Like I can see that. I'm trying to be better at pausing and talking too. So let's continue.
We can at differentiating our products. And the next level of...
Oh, can we just say like how cute he looks in his little collared t-shirt and glasses? Like he's doing his little Steve Jobs shit.
I'll give it to him. He does look kind of hot right now.
He's kind of hot though, right? Hot. A little bare chest.
It needs to be from the retailer. Okay. An example.
I'm not arguing the attractiveness of this man.
You know, in the US, just we've deemed alcohol...
idea that he's very shady for how blonde he is.
I don't think anyone has gone on to say that Logan Paul is ugly. You know what I mean? Like, that's not usually a point of contention, right?
Yeah. It's a losing argument. You can't.
Dude, why does our podcast always devolve into us talking about how hot people are? It's a hot or not pod, dude.
For young adults,
we should just make it a segment.
So what do? Retailers ID them at the point of purchase to make sure they're of age to buy the product.
Wait, pause that. Is there already an age to buy?
Okay. Hear me out. All right. Hear me out, dude. Because listen, in Sacramento or California's capital, right? Yeah. Back in the day when I was buying my rock stars, I think I was a sophomore or junior.
But you were buying them.
Well, like I'm about to get there, dude. Sorry. So I think it was my sophomore or junior year. They did start IDing, and that was new. And I've pretty much looked like this since. So I haven't been ID'd since Sacramento, and I've lived here for like 6 years now. But yeah, I have been ID'd. Or caffeine. So for him,
do you remember? Or did they say what age you're supposed to be?
I don't even think it's a law. It's not. It's not a law, dude. I think that place in particular was getting in trouble because they were selling alcohol to minors. Oh. They were selling like MD 2020, Four Locos and shit to like underage people that I heard about.
Yeah. And this is when you're younger, so this is the scary version of Four Loko, right? Yeah. The original, the
before
OG
they
recipe.
Nerfed it. Yeah, before they nerfed it, dude. All right, let's get back in here. He's got one more point.
As unsafe as people are saying, and by the way, caffeine's in your tea, it's in your soda, it's in your chocolate. But if we think it's really as unsafe as some of these politicians are saying, and people like Chuck Schumer really cared, then why aren't we controlling this at the point of purchase?
And I don't like that. That's the end of the video, by the way. But I don't like this policing of like what people can purchase. I hate this so much. You know what I mean? Like,
alcohol, all ages. Let's go.
All ages, dude. Make it like Italy, dude. No, I'm serious though. Like, when you increase the decrease, I guess, the access and increase the age limit to some of these products, it makes it sexy, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it sexier.
More incentive to sneak it.
It's just cooler, man. Like, if kids can't have caffeine, all of a sudden, Prime Energy drink is sexy as fuck. You know what I mean? No one wants them drink. No one wants kids drinking Prime. What are they going to drink, Nathan?
Coffee?
Prime, dude.
Oh, Prime.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are other energy drinks out there. I think they would just buy something else.
What?
Yeah, I mean Gatorade, Bang, and
but if it's
Celsius?
Restricted, it's in everything.
I thought we were just differentiating Prime on its own. Because none of the other ones are getting criticized, right?
But he's talking about taking it away from all kids, caffeine from all kids. He's not saying take it out of my drink. He's saying, well, they should police this from the point of purchase, which means in store, identifications for caffeine. So it wouldn't be just Prime drink, but I will tell you that Prime would probably be the one to see the boost because it's like Logan Paul advocating, caffeine, you should do it at the point of purchase.
True.
It's the same thing with cigarettes. I don't know.
I can also see it going the other way around too.
What do you mean? They just stop doing caffeine?
Because even if you use the cigarette analogy, when it comes down to it, the end result is that a lot less cigarettes are being bought than before the 60s. In the 60s, a lot more people were buying cigarettes when it was not as policed for the for age or selling it to children.
But back in the 60s, there wasn't the health thing about it though. It wasn't as taboo. You know what I mean? I mean, even now, you can still smoke inside of places, so it just depends on where you're at. But I still think there's a sex appeal that's applied to these taboo. Do you disagree? Sounds like you're disagreeing that it doesn't make it more sexy if it becomes
No, I agree.
It's like weed too. When they made it medicinally allowed, but it was not recreational, it was it became a sexier version of buying it from the streets. I got my medical card. That was tight.
No,
you know what I mean?
I agree. I think maybe if I were to clarify, I think when it comes down to it, these guys are talking about how much money they're making.
Oh yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, if you policed it at the point of purchase, even
sales
Prime
would just go down in general.
Yeah, I think sales would go down regardless.
Less units would move legally.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
for sure. Yeah.
And so I think if this went anywhere, I think even Logan Paul would take a hit to his wallet. This actually is an argument against himself.
Yeah, I guess it would kind of buff up his ethical argument here, right? Which is
that ship has sailed. Too many times I've been gotten. Not forever. I'm nah. Not again.
I mean, fair. That's fucking fair, dude. But I guess, I don't know. The way that he's always trying to come out and make his image better, this is just one of those ways that he can do that by, taking that side of neutrality that's I made this product, but I'm not here to hurt people.
Yeah.
It's well, then why are you making Prime, dude? Why don't you I don't know, sponsor a salad? What do people fucking do? What do they?
I want him to just retire. Go away,
just
please.
Quit, dude. Just fucking quit.
You have supposedly so much money already.
Yeah. There's just better shit. I mean, the burgers, what is the fucking sponsorships? What is it? The
Beast Burger?
There's Beast Burger. Yeah, I'm thinking more of the mainstream shit because that would be hard to start a whole burger joint.
The Travis Scott meal or something, exactly. Or the Cardi B meal.
Travis Scott meal. He could have had a Logan Paul paleo salad. No. Yeah, no, dude. Anyway, I thought this was interesting, and we were just talking about caffeine and kind of fit. So,
totally. It's interesting for sure. I I do think like we gave it too much credence. I think this is going to go nowhere. This is a nothing story. The story of the day, but not the story of the week.
Yeah. So I was like reading another comment on it too. One last comment on it. Cenat says that in Canada, they do restrict access to like all stimulants.
That's interesting.
Huh. Yeah. Something to think about. I mean,
I wonder if coffee, how does that work? Hey, sorry, you're too young to be in this shop.
Again, I remember being fucking carded in Sacramento. So it's definitely a thing. Just maybe it's just city to city, like an ordinance to ordinance kind of deal. Like where you are matters.
Yeah.
Because in the capital, it always felt more restrictive than say San Francisco.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because it's the capital, right? You can get away with less. They have more to.
That's true.
More is at stake.
More is at stake. Again, it is the capital of California.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot going on, a lot of big, important people, you know?
Like Gavin Newsom.
Like Gavin Newsom.
The people's hero.
The people's hero, dude. He's a goddamn hero. All right.
But speaking of influencers, this next story is just more of the same, I feel like.
How is it like the same, dude? How is it the same?
It's the same because I feel like I'm getting got by another influencer again.
Yeah, you are getting got. We got. Hold on, let me fix this shit. I don't know what's going on.
But if you aren't familiar with Lil Tay, let me throw it down. They're an influencer that like I think popped off on Instagram and just did these like little videos that did not portray themselves as skits. It was like my lifestyle type videos, like flex type videos. And when I first saw them in like, I don't know, 2018, I think, or maybe it was even sooner, 2016? Nah, maybe somewhere, it was pre-pandemic. But I thought like, this is so obnoxious and stupid, but like, I was kind of sick to see an Asian person doing the obnoxious stuff. I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, nice. But I would never have wanted to meet this person. They were that obnoxious. But that was my initial take when I first saw their videos. Do you remember when you first saw their videos?
No? I want to say I was a fucking adult. I want to say I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, 2018, I was an adult too. You could join the military. I
want to say I found out through another 30-year-old person about Lil Tay. Do you understand like how I found out? Like she was not popping up on my shit. Okay. I was watching it like a car crash. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just know that she's a child, so maybe that's why I didn't give a shit back then either because like she was like 10, right? Yeah. Anyway, she's not dead.
Yeah, not dead. Long story short, someone had reported that Lil Tay had died.
Yeah.
And so much so, we believed Lil Tay had died until like just before this podcast did I see a news article that said Lil Tay may not be dead. And I don't know, I just think and that it might be a publicity stunt. And if so, damn it.
We forgot again.
I got again.
So let's dive into this little TMZ article that came out this morning that is shedding some light on the conspiracy that was Lil Tay's death. And it was really sad. Again, think about it. Remember, she's a child, dude. I think she's like 15. Mm-hmm. So for that to come out, yeah, a lot of people were, upset and obviously sad, her fans and whatnot. And then every social media person was like, well, yeah, it's a child. You got to have some empathy here, guys. But yeah, so she's very much alive, claiming her Instagram account was compromised and used to spread jarring misinformation about her and her brother's death. In a statement to TMZ, she says, I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, and I'm completely heartbroken and struggling to even find the right words. It's been a very traumatizing 24 hours. All day yesterday, I was bombarded with endless heartbreaking and tearful phone calls from loved ones. Oh no, I'm sorry. Like, could you imagine, dude?
I just want to... Did I get got? Is this a publicity stunt? How much money did they make? Just tell us.
Okay. What? Okay.
I'm blinded by just my own like embarrassment, I think.
So she goes on to say that my Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread this information and rumors about me to the point that even my name was wrong. My legal name is Tay Tion, not Claire Hope.
Okay.
What the fuck?
But like, why? I don't get it.
This is so dumb. On Wednesday, so today's Thursday at time of recording this, on Wednesday, TMZ contacted the police in Vancouver area, and as well as the family members in the area that were totally in the dark and knew nothing of her passing. So this was the message that has now been deleted. And this fake death was announced Wednesday on the Instagram. The statement also said that her brother had also died. And at first, many people were thinking that it was actually her brother who was spreading the misinformation because apparently he has a history, of posting onto the account and running the account. Yeah, so it does look like she blew up in 2000. She hasn't posted since 2018, dude.
Okay.
She's garnered over 3.2 million followers on Instagram, though. So, yeah, I mean, again, dude, she's a child. I'm glad she's not dead. Okay. Is she going to come back to the limelight? And maybe, do you think this was perhaps first step back into the light? Coming back as not a kid, maybe, because she's like, what, 15, 16? So maybe she's thinking for herself now and she's.
I don't know. It's.
Yes. Do you think she's going to make a return?
No, I think her brother will.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if I were to make a guess with no other information, my guess would be the brother's running the account and is generating controversy to boost engagement artificially.
I believe that. And what's not mentioned here was like, I guess a lot of other like just weird sussy stuff that's been happening on the Instagram, like changing bios to like crazy things like help me. You know what I mean? So there was a lot that was prefacing this that made it feel like it could have been real, including like a custody battle and like family issues too. So,
that sucks.
What didn't help though was the mass legacy media that ran with the story immediately. I saw, info from, I think, Variety to like HuffPost, you know what I mean? Like all these big outlets. And I think it was Taylor Lorenz. I don't know. I didn't pull that up, but Taylor Lorenz is a news reporter. I think she covers tech and social stuff, social media. It used to be for the HuffPost. I don't know where she's at now. But she's the one that was critiquing the legacy media that chose to do that. But that was kind of fucked up too.
Mm-hmm. I had something I wanted to say, but I can't remember. I think that kind of says a lot about like legacy media in general and like what they're willing to post or what they're willing to like report on and like how bad they're like screening these different stories. They're just running with it.
Can we talk about how TMZ got the realty and they post shit like take a dip into these Kylie Jenner hot shots to celebrate her 26th birthday?
It's just like kind of whack. Like,
yeah.
Like information is so gatekept nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, totally, but not in this fucking circumstance because no one seemed to want to do any sort of actual due diligence here before posting that a 15-year-old had died. It's just nonsense.
The death probably gets more money than the actual reporting.
Yeah, if it bleeds, it leads, and if it had sex, it does too. Something like that. Speaking about other stuff that grinded my gears, this is just sad. Mm-hmm. Ana Kasparian is back in our crosshairs, and I want some context. I'm hoping you can help me out here. Sure. I know who Ben Shapiro is. I don't know who Bosch is. So let me read this, and maybe you can tell me why she's calling Ben Shapiro a big boy. So, okay. Ana Kasparian, the host of The Young Turks, a self-acclaimed leftist, I don't know if anyone's calling her a leftist anymore, says this in a recent tweet from today. Unlike Bosch, Shapiro never once called me the R word or a bitch over disagreements. That's how big boys who don't snort Addies during unhinged streams act. I don't owe anyone a conversation or debate, but I especially have no interest in antisocial creeps like Vosh. Simple.
I get that.
Who's Vosh?
I like a Twitch streamer, but I feel
leftist.
unconfident in talking about it because I don't know anything other than that they are
You don't know
a
their
Twitch
political
streamer.
leanings though at all?
Oh well, I think they're conservative.
He looks like a fucking conservative. Neck beard and all.
I low key kind of like
Not
feel
him.
the commenter too, though.
Not him being born on my half birthday.
You didn't have to tell people that.
Okay, he's a political commentator known for progressive and leftist viewpoints. He is not a conservative. But I guess Tim Pool also calls himself a leftist or something, right?
I think they're a grifter.
Okay.
But hold on. I want to. I
Ben
think
Shapiro?
that this commenter kind of is based too. Like
Ana?
they won't talk to Vosh, but they'll talk to Ben Shapiro. Well, like what makes Ben Shapiro a big boy? I don't.
Well, he doesn't, snort addies and doesn't say the R word or bitch. So.
I think he does.
Ben Shapiro?
Not on camera, maybe.
Well, Ben Shapiro also has money in that production company. We know how much Ana is yearning for that capital, baby. That's all she wants, that and some notoriety. She's ready for the grift. So maybe she's trying to get on the Daily Wire where they'll actually pay her more money than TYT can.
Like, is it literally just that they use the R word and called her a bitch?
No, I think I just laid it out.
Wait,
Why
sorry.
she talks to Ben Shapiro is because he's got a platform and power and capital to host these events in a way that she feels that she needs to be seen in. Does that make sense?
True. I
You
guess
saw what she said on the Young Turks about how like Hassan has money and she's bitter about it.
Yeah.
That's not going to pay you a lot. You're a commentator on a leftist progressive stream. Like, I thought you weren't in it for the money. Shit like this, though, shows me that she'd rather just be on the Daily Wire and be like the leftist voice over there. Slowly grift to the right. That's what's going to happen.
So it's about money?
And power. And a platform that she thinks she deserves. Like, she is entitled lately. I don't know what's going on.
Disappointing.
It's very disappointing because, again, dude, like, I looked up to these people for so... This is where I was in... Okay, while you were watching Lil fucking Tay, I was watching the Young Turks every day at 3 p.m. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where I was in life. I was, like, hosting, like, Justice Democrat meetups.
Gotcha.
So it's just like,
at that point,
I don't know.
I wasn't even, like, watching politics. I was reading it.
Yeah, I was like a baby
in
leftist.
School.
Totally. Yeah. I was a baby leftist, like crawling out of my libertarian like hole. You know what I mean? Like I was just about 2016 elections. I had just moved here. And before that, who's that fucking guy, dude? Gary fucking Johnson. I was
Party?
like, no, he was a libertarian, dude. Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
fucking libertarian. Anyway, I was like crawling my way out of that hole.
Yeah, okay.
And Ana helped. You know what I mean? Like Ana, Jank, Hassan, they all helped me out of that fucking hole. So to see her just scratching her way into it's so fucking crazy, man. And I know she's doing it for power and money and it sucks.
I mean, it's getting a lot of engagement. Is it working at all?
Yeah, it does seem to be working, dude. 2.5 million views, brother.
I mean, maybe it's all part of the grand design.
She posted this at 12 o'clock in the morning.
That's disgusting.
She's at midnight
What
thinking
are
about
you
Ben Shapiro
fucking
being a big boy.
Doing?
Thinking about Ben Shapiro being a big boy at midnight, dude. That's
Oh my
when
God. Oh my God, that's unhinged.
Why? I don't
Why? For
understand, dude.
953 reposts and 645 quotes and 19.4K likes.
Yo, I didn't even see that though. The amount of quote tweets this has is absurd. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Bro. I hear Twitter is paying right-wing conservatives a lot of money to post. So much I'm telling you, dude. She is sitting there like, let me just start streaming on Twitter.
Low-key, Ana is staying relevant on X where really they should have died.
Dude, I keep forgetting it's called that and I work on it. Do you see they even changed it? It doesn't say tweet anymore. It says post. Do you see that?
It's disgusting.
This said tweet yesterday.
Yep, it's disgusting.
I made a video about tweets yesterday and I was screen capping them and this said tweet and today it says post. So I don't know how to feel about that.
Twitter's dead. You
Twitter
don't
is
have to feel
dead.
anything about it because X is now alive.
Twitch is dead too. Let's talk about
I've heard.
Twitch is dying. I don't know where the fuck Kick went, but they're around somewhere. But Twitch is still got some streamers, and one of their biggest is Cenat, who did recently hold a community event in New York City that we covered on the podcast last week, and it didn't go as planned, and we covered it as it was happening because we recorded the podcast the day that it happened, and we speculated a lot. And now this is Kai coming out with his opinions about what happened and his experience in it. So stop me whenever you want me to.
You feel what I'm saying? But after Friday, bro, I've come to realize the amount of not only power but influence that I have on people. You feel what I'm saying? I've come to realize that shit, bro. And I'm saying that to say this. I am beyond, bro, disappointed. Beyond disappointed in anybody who became destructive that day, bro. 100%, bro. That shit is not cool, my nigga. None of that is cool, bro. You feel what I'm saying? After the things that I've seen,
he's giving big disappointed, like Big Brother energy. No, I love it. I feel like some kids do need their big brother to sit down and be like, bro, I'm disappointed in you.
Beyond disappointed in the things that went on Friday. And I want people to know that none of that was my intention. You feel what I'm saying? None of that I had.
And also, fuck the 5 people or so in chat that keep saying cap while this man's talking. Fuck you guys.
Good intentions for this whole thing.
What?
And none of that was my intentions, bro. Not only that, but
can't breathe. No, don't say that in chat.
Any of the things that went on that day, none of that is cool. I'm seeing
also, where do I get one of those hats at? Adorable.
videos of people getting sturdy on people's cars, and I'm asking myself while I'm watching the video, why? Like, why? You feel what I'm saying? I'm over here like, why? Like, and when we do things like this, you feel what I'm saying? When we do things like this, it not only needs to be safe, but it needs to be fun. Like, anything we do like this has to be safe and fun. We can't be just running around and destroying this and destroying that. And I want people to understand, like...
I wonder if he felt pressured to say something.
Of course he did. You don't think he would say something otherwise?
Do you feel like he should have?
What?
Like, do you think this was necessary?
Yeah,
I don't feel like
I think he would have regardless, right? What does pressure have to do with it? Like,
well,
of course he's being pressured. I mean, you saw all the media outlets, man, and the courts.
I would love to hear, like, what was the disappointment for him? Other than, like he's saying the destruction, right? Is that what he's saying?
The mayhem.
Where's that coming from? Why is he disappointed in that?
Because he was looking at his phone and he saw his fans on top of cars and breaking shit in his name, right? That's kind of fucked up. Like, I'd be disappointed too.
Okay.
Like that. Again, he's giving like this really Big Brother energy that like he took you to a party, you know what I mean? And you vomited all over the host because you drank too much and it was your first party. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
He's giving that energy hard.
I mean, maybe this is just a symptom of parasocial relationships, I guess.
What?
I feel like I almost feel bad for Kai because I don't think he should feel disappointed. I don't think it was his fault. I don't think that was his intention to begin with, which is what he was saying. But like,
wouldn't you be disappointed though? You'd be disappointed, right?
I mean, I don't.
You wouldn't come out with a message and say like, I didn't condone that, would you? Right? Because you asked, do you think it's the pressure that's making him do this? And almost without hesitation, I was able to say, I don't think so. I think he would have came out and done this anyway, right?
I'm so glad that I don't have that power and have to think about it right now. But like, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't, at a certain point, I would like to believe that everyone is capable of controlling themselves. But maybe that's putting too much burden on people. Or too much expectation on people.
I mean, you gotta think about his target audience that would show up to that. These are people with their prefrontal cortex is not developed.
True.
Right? This is a full-grown man that should be aware. I mean, just as we watch this video, look at his sub count. It's going up 300 in 1 minute. I mean, how do you not recognize? I think he recognizes, maybe he didn't before.
Yeah.
But I think regardless of any kind of pushback, any kind of legality issues that he ran into, if those events were to happen, again, without any legal ramifications coming for him, I'm almost certain he would come out. I feel like that's just the kind of guy he is like a respectful dude.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I always kind of saw Kai as like some respectful guy. You know?
I get that.
I'm not saying that about the W community. You know what I mean? But, you know, Kai, he's always been a very sweetheart. He's been a nice guy always. I've never really seen him getting into any drama with anybody. And when he does, he squashes that shit immediately by some good guy shit. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Nice Guy shit. So, but it was like, again, you can see better the dichotomy of his target audience. When he had like a bunch of, again, kids with their prefrontal cortex not developing, running around Union, you know, Square in fucking New York City in the middle of the summer when they're free money, right? Like you got all of like a perfect storm of just shit. And then in this video, you see this guy, he's getting all of his shit jacked and he's like pretty much crying. He's like, he's in like trauma mode, right? And then you see a bunch of like other Kai Cenat fans come in and like swoop on him. And they like hug him and like move him out of the way. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm not trying to like say that all of Kai Cenat's community, shouldn't be held accountable or like can't control themselves because it's complex.
Yeah. I'm ready to move.
I brought the story for you.
Nice. Kellogg's woke workplace diversity programs are illegal.
What is
claims.
wrong with Yahoo Finance? Why is this title like stretch the fuck out? What is this? All right, read it again. I'll scroll for you.
Kellogg's woke workplace diversity programs are illegal, group claims.
Okay. What the fuck is going on? Finance picture shit. All right. I thought you would like this story. I thought I was just really out of left field, I mean. So a conservative legal group on Wednesday yesterday urged the U.S. Anti-Discrimination Agency to investigate Kellogg's over workplace diversity policies that it says are unlawful and accused the cereal maker of sexualizing its product.
Yo, that's fucking everywhere. Everything.
They're coming for our products, bro. So
let me tell you about the green M&M.
Dude, she's so hot though. Shut up.
But that's my point. Is that every company sexualizes their product to a certain degree.
I want to push back a little bit. Conservatives be sexualizing the weirdest thing because I did not think of the M&M as hot until they showed her with like a glow. I was like, okay, maybe she is kind of hot.
I think they're just so repressed that like anything could be like kind of hot. Like
you're right.
You know, I can't get porn, so I'm gonna jerk off to this.
This looks like titties.
Yeah. Look, if I put these two basketballs together.
You ever think about making a pie? So this is the second complaint filed this week against a company by the American First Legal, which allegedly is a nonprofit run by Stephen Miller, Santa Monica's fucking fascist, who was once an advisor to President Trump.
He's not even a real bald. He keeps the hair on his sides like a freak.
He does. So America First, in a letter to the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, said that Kellogg's hiring, training, and promotion practices are designed to achieve a balance based on race and sex that violates the federal law banning workplace bias, dude. I love this so much.
But you can argue that all freaking day, dude. How can that, like... Everyone has bias.
Wait, here's some more. It also criticizes marketing campaigns, including boxes of Cheez-It crackers featuring drag queen RuPaul. Come on, dude. In cereal boxes celebrating LGBTQ Pride Month.
It's just so nitpicky. I love it.
It's so sad, dude. This is... Oh, man, I have so many thoughts, but let's finish the article. Management has discarded the company's long-held family-friendly marketing approach to politicize and sexualize its products.
Kellogg, in a statement on Thursday, said the company is committed to complying with employment laws and has policies in place prohibiting workplace discrimination. So it's like, it
They're saying the inclusive culture is biased, is what they're saying. They're saying that the rules, the practices, the lip service that libs have paid to these retraining programs that has taken forever to go through, which are pretty much bullshit, let's be honest. Those are somehow illegal and goes against everything that they were created for under this weird buy your logic shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking weird, right?
It's so stupid. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like it's arguing semantics, I think, at this point. Like I feel like companies have been including inclusion and diversity within their like work policies because they've had to. Mm-hmm. And then the same conservative people who complain all the time are just complaining about now it being here.
Yeah, so the people that have been issued this complaint usually investigate companies that are company complaints that are filed by workers, and these are known as charges. But this agency's 5 individual commissioners have the power to launch their own probes and file charges if they find that discrimination has occurred. So-called, quote, commissioners' charges are rare, and only a few filed in most years, but last year's, the commissioners filed 29 charges when a vacancy on the commission created a 2-2 stalemate between Democratic and Republican appointees that hampered the agency's ability to bring large-scale cases through the normal process.
The U.S. Senate last month confirmed a nominee of the Democratic president. Okay.
Go ahead.
Democratic President Joe Biden to a vacancy at the EEOC, handing Democrats a 3-2 majority. Okay, now we're getting into information that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, yeah, I was skimming ahead to try to find some more relevant points. So America First in the letter said Kellogg, for example, has said it wants to have, quote, 25% underrepresented talent at the management level by 2025 and runs fellowship programs that are only open to racial minorities. Mm-hmm. Quote, Kellogg's employment practices are unlawfully based on equity, which is a euphemism for illegal discrimination. This is so stupid. Reed Rubinstein, a stupid lawyer, said it. This is so stupid. America First said it also had sent a letter to Kellogg's board of directors on Wednesday threatening shareholder litigation if the company maintains the allegedly illegal policies. The same nonprofit on Tuesday sued Target. Under very similar precedents, anticipated customer backlash over the LGBTQ themed merchandise, saying that it hurt its stock value.
Yo,
dude. Okay, so I want to use this as a jumping off for a larger discussion, and that is the reversal of like morality that I've noticed. Specifically as it pertains to like society's like acceptance of things. Hear me out. I've always looked like this. Okay. And at some point, again, maybe even pre-Trump, I would say pre-Trump, I'm going to use that as a timeline. I felt less judged than I do now. You know what I mean? Like I was a fucking teacher and I feel more judged now, just like existing and looking like the way I do, probably more than ever before. Do you feel that? Do you see that? Because I feel like this is a prime example of that. You know what I mean? Just
I don't feel it for myself. I mean, I don't think anyone ever really looks at me and questions anything, but
except your sexuality.
Oh, I guess that, but
and your masculinity, dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I think that I could mask it. I think
mask it. Can you mask it?
I think so. I feel like I think I've learned to mask when I feel uncomfortable. I mean, I think less so now because I'm more comfortable in my skin, but even so, like even in like the last like month, maybe just because my hair being dyed, I think people like make their own assumptions, but I could kind of understand. I mean, not kind of. I totally understand where you're coming from. I do think like pre-Trump, just the like stupidness of the debate over the LGBTQ plus community was less public, less like out in the open, less like It was more of a private conversation, I feel like. And then you had that one, everyone has the one uncle who like just brings it up because he has to. But
now everyone's that one
now
uncle.
everyone is that uncle.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, it's not even a fucking feeling. I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stop saying I feel it. I just see the vitriol online more so.
Totally.
And am I in a more diverse amount of spaces now? Yes. Right. I was definitely like more so in a bubble maybe years ago than I am now. But yeah, it's just, again, the whole Ana Kasparian thing coming after Target for fucking being anti-LGBT. That's, I mean, for being pro-LGBT, you know, that, and then Kellogg's, like the Cheez-Its are sexualized. Like this is stupid. This is fucking laughable. These things that everyone is clinging on to. And the one thing that I guess I can say is maybe it's inflation. And let me explain why.
Okay.
Maybe financially, the shit is so hard that like everyone's turning into a conservative to make money. Like it's just a popular thing to do now. I don't understand it. Like young kids too, like there's just been a shift.
I think you could be onto something. I think I mean, I have nothing to back this up, but I think there could be a correlation maybe between like money, like literal dollar amounts of money, and the like exacerbation of LGBTQ plus issues.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so maybe let me try to rephrase this a little bit better. People have takes on social issues.
Yeah.
We all fucking have our takes. I don't think ever more than ever before, we're letting our social like choices impact every fucking thing, right? You're right. Like you can't just like be gay. All of a sudden that has to like reflect who I am. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I've never like attached like gay as a part of my identity. Like that's not what I lead with, right? Like who fucking leads with that?
I think people who are desperate, which is why I was thinking like there could be a correlation between money and like because okay, so you know the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. So the idea that more money is being held by like the 1% or the 0.1%. So that means that's less money for literally the rest of us who actually have the or live the daily lives and experience like the vitriol or experience like having to have these types of conversations or debates.
Yeah.
And so when there's less money to go around, you make gay your identity to make money.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
The grift makes money, right?
Yes. And the thing I wanted to extend this to, though, was the fucking Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light. You saw a bunch of conservatives cheer over blue collar jobs being lost. Like, where the fuck are we as a society? You know what I mean? Like, those are conservative people that are cheering that a beer company lost a value and then had to fire people because of they hired a one video Andy, you know what I mean, to make a fucking video.
Yeah.
And then you had all of the conservatives online cheering the fact that Bud Light had to fire people. These are the sorts of things that I'm seeing that make me go, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like that is not cool. And I don't even like Bud Light. You know what I mean? I don't even fucking know about Dylan Mulvaney. I don't drink Bud Light. But as an American, right, you can look at that and be like, those are fucking jobs that are lost now. That was like 1,000 people or whatever have you that lost jobs. And no one seems to give a fuck except that Dylan Mulvaney fucking made a video about Bud Light. And they let that social issue take over a financial obligation to like their people. I think that's so fucked up. I'm mad. I am mad. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think it goes to the culture of individuality. It's about me against the world.
And conservatives love
conservatives
Target, dude.
are thinking about themselves. They're just thinking about themselves.
And if, again, just back to money, conservatives love Target. So if you're going to put gay shit inside of the Target, it's like, I guess like,
No, they go to Walmart now.
I don't know. It's because we live in California. Like, I can't really say that, like, Target's a conservative thing. Do you know what I mean? I guess you're right. It'd be Walmart. Because, like, bitches love their Target, their Starbucks. And, like, I don't know. It's diverse population. It's moms. It's fucking moms. Moms go to Target.
That's a whole different, like,
moms love Target.
Species of conservative. They're the moderates that go to Target and Trader Joe's and
shit. Yeah,
whatnot.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get us down this rabbit hole. I've been really upset with this whole thing. So anyway, let's move on. Brain break time. I got a brain break for us. Check this out, okay? I just love tweets like this. Stone carving is done. When was it fucking back? Robots can do the work 100 times faster and 1,000 times more accurate. Check out this AI machine. Like,
I wouldn't buy a carved statue at all.
When was this back? Like, who are they building these robots for? Like, who is in demand of a statue car? Who was this for?
I don't know.
I just don't understand.
The Donald Trump types, maybe.
This is so funny. And then it's like, this is such an old, like, style of art, too. It's like, do something a little bit more modern. Can we do something more modern? Is that? Anyway, that was your brain break.
Robert E. Lee is next.
This one's good. Okay. All right, dude. All right. Let's get into some Am I the Asshole, okay?
Or overreacting after my wife lied about our baby's gender. Oh my God. All right. Why does it even fucking matter? My answer is you are the asshole.
We haven't even read it though.
32, male, and my wife, 25, female.
Problematic age graph?
Yep.
Sorry, it was just a joke. Go on. No, continue.
God.
It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Continue.
Are expecting our first child. I've reacted in ways I'm now questioning and need outside perspective. Background. My childhood was...
this is great.
Context. Okay.
Context is king, okay?
But this is like origin story.
Yeah, lore.
Background.
OP lore.
My childhood was a tumultuous one. Growing up, I always craved a strong male figure in my life.
Small dick energy.
I never had that bond with my father and have always envisioned having it with my son. My wife was aware of this deep-rooted desire. During her first pregnancy appointments, I was on an essential business trip. These trips, though draining, are critical since I'm the only breadwinner, trying to ensure a different life for my child than I had. In my absence, my wife and her adopted mother attended the checkups. Upon my return, she excitedly told me we were having a boy. We invested emotionally and financially, a blue nursery, boy-themed items, even naming him after my late grandfather.
Pause. I think you might have pulled the trigger a little bit too early on this one.
Why? Okay.
We read the same paragraph, right? What do you mean, why? You said he's the asshole. If this is where the story ended, he's not the asshole, right? If this is where the story ended, he's not the asshole. Like, what do you mean?
Because we haven't gotten to his reaction. He's talking about, I am questioning my reaction. I need outside perspective. We haven't gotten to the part that makes him an asshole yet.
True. My instinct is though he wanted a boy and it's actually a girl, and his reaction to that's going to be bad, right?
That's what I'm getting.
But at this point, the nursery's been painted. The fucking clothes have been bought. He's been named. I'm already gendering him.
Yeah, but literally, I was going to kind of give you...
Yeah.
But I don't think that really matters. Blue is just a color. Clothes are just clothes. Even the name, like I met a Bobby who was a girl. That's cool.
All right. Continue.
However, a chance remark from her mother disclosed we're having a girl. My wife admitted she knew from the beginning but didn't tell me, thinking she was protecting my feelings. I was devastated, feeling the weight of my past hurts and fresh betrayals. In my pain, I cleared out the nursery, and in a moment I told her mother she wasn't welcome at upcoming family events, seeing her as part of the deceit. I acted out of deep-seated emotions and past traumas. I love my wife and regret my reactions, but I feel lost. Am I the asshole for how I responded? I need to understand what you meant by a by I cleared out the nursery.
Do you expect him to respond right now?
And I mean, no. Just off the story, I'm filling in blanks that are making you an asshole. But if you left it as vague as the way this post is, like, I don't know. You could be, you might not be, but I can't tell you.
He's not the asshole.
I can't help you. I'm sorry.
He's not the asshole.
Let me see
if there's any additions here from the OP.
What's the context on, like, what was his behavior like when he was telling these stories to his wife? Why did she lie to him? What did she get out of lying? She said that was to protect his feelings. Like, what? Dive more into that. I still don't understand. Like, when I hear he cleared out the nursery, he's like throwing shit away and like getting rid of stuff aggressively. Like, there's like as much context as you gave for the background. You didn't give enough context in this post. This is a bad post.
Yes, and I don't think he's the asshole. I don't at all. I think the wife is the only asshole here.
For lying?
Yeah, because we don't know how old the mom is. Like, it could have just slipped. No, the mom. Not the one that's giving birth to allegedly now a girl, right? No, the mom that let it slip, right? Is that's what happened here, right? The mom let it slip. Is that what happened? My wife admitted she knew from the beginning to tell me. Clear. Where does it say that? I want to make sure that I'm getting that right.
I was devastated. My wife admitted. However, a chance remark from her mother disclosed we were having a girl.
Again, I think the wife's the asshole. Mm-hmm. And I think the husband was an asshole for like one comment, right? Like, he probably shouldn't have said that to the mom because she's not an asshole if she let it slip, right? That's not really her place, I think, and then the woman, she's the asshole. Like, why lead this man on? You know that he had this deep-seated weird desire to have a son. Why lie to this guy?
Thinking she was protecting his feelings. That's what her reasoning was.
You know that a son is not coming out of your hoo-ha. You know what I mean? Like, you know this. That's facts.
Yeah, but why did she want to protect his feelings? What does that mean? Like, I didn't feel like getting yelled at just yet, or worse. I don't know.
I mean, I'm taking this at face value that growing up, he craved a strong male figure and he desired to be that for his son. So he was hoping to maybe regain this like fucking father-son relationship that he never was able to have.
Yeah.
And maybe, that's, again, going off of the text that I have here. Like, I don't think he's the asshole.
I think everyone will be happier if he believes he's the asshole.
Yes, and the woman, though, she's the asshole, not the mom. The woman is.
They're all assholes, except for the mom. I need more. I didn't have enough to go be confident in my answer.
Let's close out with some TikToks then, shall we?
Okay. This one's funny. This one made me laugh out loud because we were talking about this just before.
ChatGPT's code programmers after a few lines of coding?
Mm-hmm. No, just programmers in general.
Okay, that's kind of fire, though. Wait a second. You're a barista. Can you explain what's happening here?
So the latte art...
do a voiceover.
The latte art is hard. So this guy is brilliantly stealing the latte art from one drink and putting it into his own drink. Work smarter, not harder. Speaking of work smarter, not harder.
Jesus Christ.
You just have to wait till the end. You just have to wait. It all makes sense. If you know this song, it gives you kind of a hint. You've been struck by. It's all angles, brother.
Oh my God, I see what's happening here. Holy shit, he's got a whole TV in there? And he's making dead ass eye contact. Wait, what gave him away? Oh,
yep. They got him
on the outside.
He didn't see the camera outside.
Yo, was that a 37-inch too? That's not
it's
small
LG.
beans, bro. Oh, it's LG. I thought it said 37 upside down. Oh man, clever criminal.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. This looks like
this
you.
One, exactly. Look, the caption. Look at the caption. Does that look familiar? Sorry, I didn't mean to slam the fart.
Oh no. Is this you in the future? Is this a glitch? What is
I'm
going
gonna get
on?
rollerblades.
Oh no. Oh no, my dude.
It looks so sick.
Wait, so they're all holding on to him.
Mm-hmm.
They're all holding on to him.
And I think they're going downhill. I think that's why they've gotten so much speed.
What is this bitch doing? ¿Qué pasó? What is this?
Oh, maybe
Did you see
in the
that?
tree to get a video or something.
What if she's actually like
Yo, she caused it.
What if she's big daddying it and threw a stick? She was the root
So
cause.
mean. So mean.
No, I'm serious. Okay, there it happens. It happened
Yep.
right there. It happened right there.
I wonder what it was.
I know I'm
A
looking at
pebble?
the ground. He looks frightened too. He was like, he was pulled. It was at this moment he knew he had fucked up. It was really, what's in the face, dude? This is good. That was good. That was really good. SFPD after they shoot an, this is not
They're
me.
inspectors. The music might be bad for the DMCA. Oh, actually, it's not funny without the music. It really isn't. I want them to like feel free to be their scumbag selves in front of us.
What the fuck is this propaganda? What is this?
They're just being assholes.
Okay, I'm dead ass serious. Anyone in the comments that can let me in on it? Why are all the cops so fucking fat nowadays? I'm telling you, America's gone to shit. Okay, in a handbasket. I'm so sorry, but like, what happened? What happened?
Your boomer is showing.
I know my boomer is showing so hard, dude. It's just like I thought cops used to be hot. You know what I mean? Like, what happened?
Only in TV.
That's what I'm saying. We had such good cop shows back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yo, no, I want to shout out to my friend Scott. He told me America's #1 export,
Fat people.
entertainment.
What does that have to do with fatness?
It's just like we're all fat. The only people who aren't are in entertainment.
Son of a bitch. What?
This is just
2 minutes
a
long.
question mark.
I hate it. I'm just gonna pause it right now. Hold on. What is he doing?
Breaking pasta
Oh, it's pasta.
with his head, yeah.
Okay, it looks like a wheat noodle of sort. It's not even breaking well. It's not even
he's
breaking
bald.
satisfyingly.
And breaking pasta.
I need this to be more satisfying.
Watch.
Okay, this one's better. This one's better.
It's the sound.
Do you think it hurts?
I bet he's scratching up his dome. For sure. You should wear a helmet.
His dome. I think you mean his noodle.
That was a good one.
Looks like he's kissing it there. Sir, I'm gonna run that one back. What, sir?
He closed his eyes.
Yeah, probably for the best. Now that's a unique pasta noodle.
I think it's lasagna.
I think it's lasagna.
Nice.
Doesn't look so weedy either.
It looks like a cracker.
That one was not nice. I didn't like that. Didn't like that.
No.
You would think they'd break like better. Am I the only one peeved by the way that these are breaking?
Look how much he's enjoying it.
Wait, are we watching a kink video?
This is the best kink. No!
Not like that at all.
Me neither. That one's definitely gonna gouge an eye. Look at that one straight up.
Dude, I was looking at see.
No.
There is 2 more minutes of this.
I watched the entire thing and it keeps getting better.
Okay. The fuck kind of pasta is that though? Those are like real raviolis.
Or are they? Maybe they are crackers.
Cracker against cracker. Wait, can I say that? I was going to say cracker against cracker violence. I think we're allowed on YouTube. This ain't Twitch. Not in this car.
Yeah, not in this car.
Oh, wait a second. That's an idea. Can you put a sword on that?
Is it a sword?
No, I said, could he put a sword on that?
It would have been a lot cooler.
I'm thinking of different ways that this should be done. Lazy. He's going to break with his face. Lazy. Lazy. Actually, didn't see that coming. I definitely thought it was going in his face.
Just the head.
I want more of the head. The arms seem lazy to me. I don't know. Wait, is that on his bicep? Is it supposed to demonstrate strength? Wow. What does he even do? Just getting lazier. He's getting fucking lazier, dude. This is what's wrong with America.
The vibe is consistent the entire time, so
deadpan the vibe. He's in like a different shirt every time. Do you think he does this every day?
a video a day keeps the doctor away.
Do you think he just wakes up and thinks about different ways that he can smash noodles? This is a kink. This is definitely a kink.
How much is he spending on pasta?
Less than he's getting paid to do this. Okay? No, you what? This is like 99 cents.
1.2 million likes, though.
And honestly, I'm disappointed. He hasn't even gone outside. What is he, embarrassed of this skill?
It's a kink. Do it. Keep it to yourself.
It's inside in front of a camera. That's what we're doing here. This is definitely a kink. He just likes the way it touches his body. He's not even breaking it on his head on this one. He's just making out with the wall and letting it fucking fall down.
You're right, though.
Okay, that last little bit hit his head.
Whoa. Maybe it's like ASMR type king?
For sure, but also like somehow just I think this is really offensive to Italians.
All the pasta was harmed in this video.
I'm pretty sure this is Italiophobic, right? This is like this is it. This is epitome, man. That's pathetic.
Yo, the folding chair was invented by Nathan Alexander.
Yeah, it was. I watched that TikTok too. What's this one? Last one.
This one is just a new way to do the same thing. Why?
Hold on. Why did I just realize what he was doing wrong? Oh my God, that took me way too long. Oh my God. I was like, I don't understand what the video's about.
Roll it back.
The whole time this man's has his funnel upside down. The whole time this man's has his funnel upside down. We don't deserve women. Wait, what? What? There's so much wrong in that video.
I wanted to say something so bad. I'm so glad I didn't say anything. You thought. I also thought when I saw it, but you would think wrong.
I'm so wrong.
Funnels are hard.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've got two for you. I did not come prepared with TikToks. I have two though, and they're very short, just exciting little TikToks. Okay. No caption needed. Here you go, bud.
She knocked herself out, bro.
What is this? How does one do that?
Did something get caught in her hair and then it knocked her off balance?
Her ring. I think it was her ring.
Yeah, actually, that actually sucks.
But what the fuck happened here, dude?
He didn't even try. He tried.
Oh, I see what happens. Look at her foot down here, man. And I think maybe he's drunk, but look at her foot down here. She says, what a mess. What a mess that whole scenario was. I think she's completely sober, and this is just unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad they could laugh it off and it wasn't worse. But it was funny.
Okay. This is for you, Mr. I don't eat processed food. Remember we had a conversation about like processed foods and like preservatives in foods and how like nowadays, man, I do sound like a boomer. Holy shit. But like everything's funky.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is why so many conservatives find that we're fucking way to our chat. Okay. So this woman says she doesn't eat preservatives or any of that nonsense. She's above it, right? And to which this guy made this duet.
He claims to have never eaten any processed food.
Hold on. So sorry. Blow your ear holes out. Sorry.
Leftist audio.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through what she eats in a day and see if it's processed. Processed. They're literally pills. Powdered greens are definitely processed. Protein bar, processed. Bottled beverages, processed.
Yep.
Unless you made that cottage cheese from scratch, it was processed.
Yep.
Again, bottled beverages, processed.
Yep.
Okay, making something fresh with processed ingredients, processed. He claims to have never eaten any.
I also have brought this up today because I had a maintenance guy in my house and he was fixing my freezer and he got to see my gold mine of Hot Pockets. And I have like a comical amount of Hot Pockets in my freezer. Like the whole top row is just Hot Pockets because I'm trash. And he noted that. And he was telling me that like he just got back from Italy and like, you know, the produce man rolls through town every morning or some shit, and how his mom always goes to the grocery market or whatever like every other day and everything's super fresh. And I was like, have you been to our grocery markets though? Like nothing is fresh there, dude. Like, and if it is, it expires in like 2 days because it took like a week to get to the fucking markets.
Yeah.
So like, I understand like I need to eat better, but like after watching shit like that, like there's a whole group of people out there that are eating better, but it's all trash.
Yeah, but it's also infinitely harder to do that.
And infinitely more expensive too, right? Because that should be expiring and it costs more. That's fucking bullshit. Whereas my Hot Pockets are good for like the end of the year, dude.
I would say it just you have to look at the full perspective. It does cost more if you think about like the labor needing to go into that, because you probably would have to go to the grocery store more than once in a week. Yeah. Which is what I do. But that isn't feasible for most people. Like I live on the ground level and I live within biking distance of the grocery store. So I can, but you can't always do that. If you live at the like top floor of your apartment complex and the grocery store is 1.2 miles away from you, that's
or the worst. You do it anyway. But you're not doing it every other day. Anyway, it just made me feel better about my choices because I'm like, you know what? It's hard out there for a motherfucker.
Totally.
It's hard.
I wouldn't feel bad, dude. Like you do what you can. If you ever do want to make that decision, I fully support that too, though.
Thank you. That's all I got. This is it. That's the end of the podcast, my guy.
I feel like at some point we said it's going to be a short podcast and then we always go over an hour.
It always starts with, I got nothing to talk about today.
But we have so much to talk about.
I can't shut the fuck up. So this podcast might come out a day early. I'll be in Madison, Wisconsin this weekend, but we'll be back next week.
Oh my God. We never even did personal news. We did an hour plus and we didn't even do personal news.
We ain't got time for all that, child.
No, we'll do mega personal news episode next week.
We'll do a nice personal pod. This is episode 52.
This is your Reactlord.
V.
And this is me.
All right.